Present.
Councilman Cardahini,
Present.
Supervisor Keating,
Present.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Present.
Councilwoman Martin.
Present.
Supervisor Keating, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, tonight we do not have any other preliminary matters. We'll move on to our regular business. Item number 1 under the regular business is the correction and adoption of the minutes from the August 21st, 2024 meeting. And Councilman Martin, would you like to take that item?
As Supervisor, I had a moment to go over the minutes from the meeting on August 21st, 2024. I see nothing wrong with the minutes as reported, so I will make a motion to accept them as reported.
I will second that.
Councilman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardahini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, next item under regular business is our consideration of all fund bills. And Councilwoman Lukacek, would you like to take that item?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The abstract number 1, 2024 payables with the journal number AP 4595, less the DV fund for the genuine parts for Napa. I make a motion that we approve the total payables due as $27,803.39.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardahini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, moving along to our correspondence tonight, item number 3. There are 12 items of correspondence, and all are on file with the town clerk's office and part of the board packet. The first item is the email from the town clerk, a report from Mr. Altier regarding the fill update for 6568 Hillcrest Ave. Item 2 is a Boston Fire Company 2025 budget, which is part of the contractual requirement. Item 3 is a letter from Erie County Department of Environment and Planning. It's a 30-day period for inclusion of predominantly viable agricultural lands into existing agricultural districts. There is a requirement from this letter that I have in my hand that is read into the minutes of the town board, so I will do so at this time. So again, this is from the Erie County Department of Environment and Planning, Division of Planning and Community Development. It's a notice of a 30-day period for inclusion of predominantly viable agricultural lands into existing agricultural lands. Per New York State Agricultural Markets Law, Section 303B, the Erie County Legislature is designated September 1st through September 30th as the annual 30-day period during which landowners may submit requests to include predominantly viable agricultural land into an existing certified agricultural district. Copies of the application form have been provided to municipal clerks, assessors, and chief elected officials for distribution to interested landowners. The application is also available online at www.erie.gov/ag enrollment. So again, that is www.erie.gov/ag enrollment. The Erie County Department of Environment and Planning will accept applications from September 1st through September 30th. Any questions on this process should be directed to the Erie County Department of Environment and Planning. A public hearing will be scheduled at a later date to consider all requests and recommendations of the Erie County Agricultural and Farmland Protection Board. Contact for this program is Sarah Gotti. She is the principal planner. She is with the Erie County Environment and Planning, 95 Franklin Street, 10th floor, Buffalo, New York, 14202, and the phone number is 716-858-6014. And that is all I have for that particular item. Going back to the rest of our correspondence, item number 4 is the New York State DOT Regional Director for Region 5. We have a new director. Item number 5 is the Boston Free Library 2024 Summer Jamboree thank you letter to the town. Item 6 is a letter from the SPCA serving Erie County for a Town of Boston meeting that's coming up tomorrow. Item number 7 is a letter of resignation, sadly, from Donalyn Nuremberger as our assessment clerk. She received a job with Cattaraugus County. Item number 8 is a Town of Boston Summer Concert Series 2024 year-end report, which was a grant funding obligation. Item 9 is a letter from Code Enforcement Officer Murphy regarding Matt Wait, I'm just gonna say Matt Colwood, because I always sadly butcher his last name. Located at 7631 Zimmerman Road. Item number 10 is a use of meeting facility for Connect Life of 2025. Item number 11 is another use of meeting facility for the comprehensive plan public meeting, and that is for September 23rd, 2024 at 6 p.m. downstairs in the community room. And the last item of correspondence, item number 12, is another use of meeting facility for the Boston Patriots football. That is all of our correspondence, again, on part of the board packet online and in the town clerk's office for review. New business, item number 1, our requests from the floor. If anyone has anything they'd like to say, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address, and the floor is open.
Jay Jackson, 7964 Back Creek Road. I'm proud to report that I was able to support the concert series this year. Top growing queries for the month of August was town searches were Town of Boston Concerts, Boston NY Concerts 2024. The highest ranking page at bostonny.com was the calendar. So people came and I tried to feed them when the concerts were happening and who the bands were, and apparently they were. They responded. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, with no other comments, the floor is now closed. Item 2 under our regular business is Resolution 2024-55, authorizing the town court to apply for a JCAP grant. And Councilman Carter-Keating, would you like to take that item then?
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-55, which is authorizing the town court to apply for a JCAP grant.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carter-Keating,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes, and for those folks who don't know what JCAP means, it's Justice Court Assistance Program.
thank you, and Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item 3 is Resolution 2024-56 to approve procurement and installation of security camera system at North Boston Park Pavilion. And Councilwoman Selby, would you like to take that item tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2024-56, where we would like to have Caricom Communications Incorporated do a backup surge protector and related equipment for a total cost of $3,700. And this would hopefully remedy our situation at the North Boston Park. So, thank you.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carter-Keating,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, item 4 is a Resolution 2024-57. I'd like to make a motion to table this resolution tonight. We thought we were ready. We had ongoing conversations with the vendor. This was to authorize to enter into a professional services agreement with Firefly Admin Incorporated for the administration of the LOSAP. And LOSAP is Length of Service Award Points Program. There was some additional conversation. We want to make sure that some of what there's a component that affects the emergency squad, and also there's a financial component. And I promised the board that I want to make sure that everything was in their hands for review, but also that the town is moving in the right direction. So I'd like to make a motion to table that resolution 2024-57.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Carter-Keating,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right. Item number 5 is an application for use of facility for the Town of Boston Summer Concert Series. It's amazing to think we're doing this at 2025. And Councilwoman Martin, would you like to take that item?
Yes. I make a motion to accept the application for use of facility for the summer concert series for the year 2005, or 2025, wow. So summer concerts, they always use the Lions Shelter with bathrooms and the parking. The concerts go from 4 to 10 p.m. And I make a motion to accept this request.
Yes. Yes.
Second.
I second, sorry.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, we have no other old business. That's our meeting tonight. Reports and presentations. Highway Superintendent.
Got the approval.
Oh, geez, what am I doing? Yeah, thank you.
One more.
Yeah, Councilman Cardicchini, would you like to take number 6, which is the approval for new members for Boston Volunteer Fire Company, Dylan Emmerling and Ezekiel Obringer. Sorry about that.
No problem at all. I'd be happy to take this. We received correspondence from Norman Quino, the chief at Boston Fire Company. Dylan Emmerling, who is a junior firefighter, has come of age, and we received correspondence to make him a full member of the Boston Fire Company. And then we have a new member of the Boston Fire Company, Ezekiel Obringer. Both of these gentlemen have passed their background checks, and I make a motion that we approve them for active duty with the Boston Volunteer Fire Company.
I'll second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cardicchini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, now our new business is officially done. My apologies. Highway Superintendent, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you. Over the last few weeks, we did some more drainage work down at the North Boston Ballpark. There was some spots, we had some major wet spots that we had to put some pipe in and under drain and some stone and drain out. And it seems like it's dried up and working well. Brush pickup is going well. Brush pickup is a little bit late this fall, which is fine. So that's going well. Other than that, since the last meeting, we finished the historical sign across the street at the Maplewood Cemetery. We put it up. I see the historian here tonight. I thought he was gonna get up and say we did a good job, but.
No, you did a great
That's
job.
okay, you don't have to. Yeah, it looks good. The sign looks nice. I hope it's,
Already put it up on social media and
Oh,
a lot of
good.
attention
Yeah.
on it.
yeah, thank you. So other than that, that's all I have tonight.
All right, thank you very much. Councilwoman Selby, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I hope everybody had a safe and happy Labor Day weekend. School's now in session for a lot of surrounding communities. Hamburg starts tomorrow. Watch for those school buses, watch for the kids on the street. Just remember, there's a lot more traffic out there, so let's keep it nice and slow. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you very much. Councilman Cardicchini, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor Keating. I'd like to welcome and thank the new members of the Boston Volunteer Fire Company, Dylan Emmerling and Ezekiel Obringer. It's great to see when new people come in to serve their communities, so that's all I have tonight.
Okay, and thank you. Councilwoman Lukacek, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Just to remind folks that we have our third public workshop for the comprehensive plan. We really need input from our residents, young and old, everybody. We really need the input. So come on down Monday, September 23rd from 6 to 8. We have some great conversations, maps to show you, and a whole bunch of information that we want to be able to present. So come on down. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Martin, you have the floor.
Thank you, Supervisor. The CAC, Conservation Advisory Committee, will have their annual leaf event on Saturday, September 14th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. A lot more vendors this year, about 20 to 25 vendors. The Lions Club will be providing hot dogs. There'll be concessions open. And they'll be judging the Beauty of Boston photo contest, which I believe there's still a couple days to get the if you have the picture you want to put into that, just check the CAC's Facebook page. It has all the information of how to submit. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you, Supervisor Keating. I did receive an email report from Barbara Moore regarding yesterday's blood drive. 9 units of whole blood were collected, 1 double red. That affected 33 lives that were impacted. And she said many thanks to all who donated at this hectic time of year. The next Connect Life blood drive is Tuesday, October 1st, 2 to 7 in the community room. A representative from Hamburg Central School District dropped off the focus and continuing ed literature that is in the foyer when you enter the front of the town hall, and also available on the Hamburg Schools website. New York State DEC hunting licenses are available for purchase in my office. There are some changes this year from the DEC. They are no longer printed on what was called Valeron. It was like a waterproof, plasticky type of paper. They are printed on regular white paper, so that is what you will receive from my office. That was a change, not anything to do with the town of Boston or municipal clerks. That was a change from the New York State DEC. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Welcome. Please don't be mad at the clerk if she says that you have to put those licenses in a bag or what have you. That's been another conversation, but that was a change at the state level, not here. As the Madam Clerk said, it is the state decision, not the town of Boston's. So a lot has happened since the last board meeting. I know it's only been a couple weeks. So just an update, and I know we have some folks that pop in for the solar project. The solar project, the proposed solar project on Fedek Road is going back to the planning board in September, and will potentially be coming to the town board meeting in October. We'll see how that all plays out. There were some additional questions, and also at the fire chief meeting, there were some questions regarding the emergency response plan, and we seeked input from the fire companies regarding the emergency response plan that was sent out from Delaware River Solar. So we'll take that we'll just keep taking this as it goes. We already covered comprehensive plan update, last public meeting September 23rd. Town hall entry for anyone to walk through the front of the town hall. We just have to get the columns done. We're waiting on the bases. Hopefully that'll be done by our next meeting. We'll see how weather and all affects that, but that's the game plan there. After last meeting, the town hall generator, the change order for the generator project for the town hall. Construction is going to resume on Monday, September 9th, and hopefully we'll get that done in short order. Some of the equipment's already sitting out in front of town hall that you may have witnessed tonight visiting the town hall. Tennis, basketball courts, and I know there's been a bunch of residents asking for pickleball and soon-to-be pickleball courts. We had approved the resurfacing and new painting. That is all underway, and looks great so far. We'll keep you updated on that as we move forward. And then this kind of the second phase, I'll call it, of that project is going to be new fencing around that area. So we'll get that done. Water phase one. My staff and I and the financial advisor for the town, we've been discussing the renewing our ban, which is called a bank anticipation note, a short-term ban. And then also phase two, we applied for the WIA funding, which is it's actually a large sum of funding. We do not have a status update on that to report, at least as of yet. But water projects are possibly going to be starting as soon as next month. As soon as we get that information, Highway Superintendent, I'll make sure that you get that information so you have an idea of where they're going to be working. North Boston, happy that the resolution passed for the cameras. We'll get those up. It's sad that we have to put cameras up, but if you're not aware why we're putting cameras up, somebody vandalized our brand new bathrooms down there. It's just sad that we can have these conversations, but.
Not once, not twice.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Erie County is going through their 5-year consolidated plan for community development block grant. They're working with Harrison Studio to submit a plan to HUD, which is the Housing for Urban Development. We have, sadly, the town of Boston, that is, has lost their census tract down on Meadow Drive. So any water projects or anything we try to do, either we were able to do down there, that funding is, we're not an eligible area. I already touched base on the fire chief meeting. I did have a few residents pop by my office the past couple of days. Sharps containers from Erie County Sheriff's Office. Unfortunately, Erie County Department of Health is who essentially controls the Sharps containers. They have been asking for them for quite some time. Department of Health has not been able to get them. I don't know the whole logistics reason, but the Sheriff's Office has been very diligent in trying to get additional Sharps containers. So just kind of a public service message, if you have Sharps of any sort, put them into like a small soda bottle, something that's safe in the interim, not trying to stay away from a milk jug. I know some people try to put milk jugs in there, but sometimes they get stuck. So try to keep it in a small package, or if your Sharps happen to be able to be capped, you can put them in like a heavy duty, like a freezer bag that would fit in there, safely and easily for that safe disposal. I have been sharing some information with the board. There's been a lot of conversation on the horizon regarding MS4. MS4 is the Municipal Separate Storm Sewer Systems regulations that the town of Boston is in with 18-mile creek bed. There's going to be a lot of work that the town of Boston is going to be looking at for this. We have to do outfall inspections and a whole bunch of other things. There's a 1, a 2, and 3 year time on certain requirements, but also quarterly reports. So our engineer will be helping us with this, but a lot will be falling on our code enforcement office, highway department, and our engineers as the town moves forward, because this is something coming from New York State DEC that sadly we don't have much choice in this. Another photo contest that's out, just kind of a public service announcement here. West New York South on Scenic Byway. Entries are open through November 30th of this year, and we did have a few residents from Boston submit last year. But if you jump out to WNYSS, so samsamboy.org, all the information is out there, the entry requirements. There is a section for the world of smartphones, and then for the more professional photographer that might have the higher end DSLR type camera, there is a separate entry pool there, so there's some really nice prizes. I did get a chance to tour Rocco's, our new gas station, just this morning. So I met with her. It's possibly going to be opening next week, so that'd be a really nice addition to our community. It's looking great. Allegedly, it's the Western New York's largest beer arcade, so we'll see how that goes. But it's a nice convenience store. You can get your coffee, you can get your beer, you can get your gas, and have a good time. So, great facility. Definitely happy to have that in the community. Last but not least, Climate Smart. I know we talk about this from time to time. Working with our energy supplier, which is NIMEP, and then also working with University of Buffalo Regional Institute to see if we can get the solar credits on our energy bill. If we can, if those two things can marry up, that will get the additional points that the town needs to receive our next designation status, going from bronze to silver. Plus, it will then open up a nice CERTA grant in the amount of $50,000. Has to be used towards some kind of energy efficiency type programming. One of the things we had some conversation with CAC and others about, possibly the roof, replacing our rooftop units with mini splits like we did down in the community room. Those are working very well. But more information forthcoming on that. But we're just a few hundred points away from that. So I'll keep everybody updated there. That's all I have. I tried to keep it short, as quick as short as I could. I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:02 p.m.
Second.
Councilwoman Selby,
Yes.
Councilman Cartini,
Yes.
Supervisor Keating,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lukacek,
Yes.
Councilwoman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried, meeting adjourned.